I had a fence broken from a tree, a leak in the roof, water in the basement, and a mailbox destroyed in one day.
Oh, wow.
So he's going through it.
Tornado?
I don't know. He didn't specify. Feel free to let us know.
Like just
the question
tree fell,
is,
right? Tree would do all that, wouldn't it?
how should I budget for the unexpected? Because clearly this is a great example of the unexpected.
Well, okay, so it's really interesting since, again, we don't know what caused this, but before I answer how should I budget for the unexpected, I'm going to take it like a step back. One of the things that we all know when it comes to our financial life is that there are certain unknown unknowns that we don't know when that tree is going to fall. We don't know when that accident's going to happen. We don't know when the fill in the blank thing is going to happen. So one of the ways that we are able in this life to offload some of that risk is through appropriate insurance. In this case, again, not knowing the cause or the reason, one of the reasons that you carry homeowner's insurance on your home is to protect you from large losses that happen at your place. So a great way to make sure that you're quote unquote budgeting and preparing is to make sure you have adequate insurance coverages. Do I have appropriate health insurance in place? Do I have appropriate homeowners insurance in place? Do I have appropriate automobile insurance in place? Do I have life insurance? Do I have disability insurance? Do I have umbrella insurance? And what those things do is it allows me to then prepare for the unknown unknowns and the catastrophics. And so then when we move away from the big catastrophics, we get to like the kindastrophics, right? Like the ones that are bad, but not like so bad. That's where we think you can begin to budget for and really prepare for. And that's actually why we have it as step 4 of the financial order of operations, emergency reserves, because that's the exact thing that emergency reserves are supposed to be there for.
Yeah, but this is one of those life events. When I talked about cash is so important, and that's the crux of your question, that it actually gets 2 steps. Because a lot of people will say, well, how do I mean, because that sounds, when you talk about roof, you talk about water damage, you talking about mailbox, you talk about the driveway. I mean, we're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars of damage that can overwhelm or shock the system for anybody. Mm-hmm. But that's also why you highest deductible covered is because that is going to be a covered big ticket event that probably your homeowner's insurance can have $1,000 deductible, $500 deductible, $2,500 deductible if you're kind of doing a financial mutant style. And you're going to have that saved up in cash. And then, yes, emergency reserves is going to help you because you're probably going to, now eventually your homeowner's policy might even pay for you to have a hotel room for a few nights, but you're going to have to cover it out of pocket first and then get reimbursed. So that's where step 4 is going to come in and kind of just build the bridge of cover this until you can get the reimbursement in the future. But Bacon, that's why this is, you basically gave the example in the case study of why the first step is not just have $1,000 in the bank like we see a lot of other systems out there. It's actually have some purpose behind or why behind it. And for us, it's the highest deductible coverage. So that the catastrophic stuff can be covered versus you just thinking, okay, it'll be all right. And it also makes you do the exercise of having the insurance. Because that's the other thing. I'm always very troubled by how many people will get into this excitement about building and saving for the future, but they don't do the base things that can make you make desperate decisions that put your financial life in the ditch, like not even having homeowners insurance, renters insurance, disability insurance, life insurance, and all these other things that you really should consider. We at least have created a system that makes you say, I got to get these things covered so that I don't get distracted or get derailed before I even leave the starting blocks.